What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Nikolé, and welcome back to episode 2, season 2 of Spin and Spill podcast. I am your host, Nikolé.
I'm your co-host, Lady T.
And we have a very special guest with us today. So, are you ready? We're about to give you a introduction, okay?
Oh, yeah.
So, we have a badass producer, DJ, lyricist, MC that goes by Rhiannon Roze, okay? Originally from Vancouver, Canada, now based in LA. You can catch her spinning bass house, tech house, underground dance, and she has releases on Insomniac Records, Night Bass, Dim Mak, Dirty Bird, and more, and tracks reaching #1 on Beatport Bass House chart. So, welcome to Spin and Spill podcast, this amazing trailblazer, Rhiannon Roze.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Thank you for being here. Like, honestly, like, it's been a long time coming, and we are so happy to have you here. So, welcome. We're going to have some fun today. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you guys know, we're starting with some new segments. Okay. So, our first segment being Soundcheck. You know, basically testing the levels, like how you would do at a DJ set, right? Make sure everything's at 12. All right. So I'm just going to like throw some questions and you just answer.
Sure.
All right. So first gig.
It was an art gallery. My sister hooked it up. So this is like back in 2001 in Vancouver, Canada. And I was so nervous. And there was like literally people wandering around looking at paintings, but I was like so freaking nervous. And it was so funny because they actually did make a flyer for it. And I didn't have a DJ name at that time. It was so early. And like I couldn't decide, and I was like playing around with like all these like silly names that I'm probably like happy I did not roll with. But my sister was like, you didn't decide in time, so I just put a DJ in front of your name, so it's like DJ Rhiannon, and it was like boom, I was DJ Rhiannon for like 17-18 years before I rebranded.
Wait, what?
What kind of music were you spinning at the art gallery?
It was like, I'd say like definitely house. Like I remember like early on it was sort of like house, breaks, electro. It's so funny that like no one calls anything electro really anymore. Maybe it'll make a comeback. We'll see.
I feel like everything does at some point. Yeah. Like history just repeats itself, especially musically and with fashion.
Yeah.
So
it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just like, I don't know, like nothing too heavy obviously because it was just like an art gallery. But yeah, I remember being so nervous. And this was like back when we were playing turntables. So and I taught myself how to play turntables. Like, even though my older sister played, I was like the annoying little sister. So she'd be like, don't touch my shit. But like, whenever she went out, I would touch her shit. And,
As
like,
you should.
Yes, exactly. But like, you can develop some really bad habits if you teach yourself like how to DJ, especially on vinyl, because I'd be like turning like the middle like spindle and I'd get like blisters on my fingers. And then like later someone saw me doing that and they're like, you should try like just only touching the pitch adjust and only doing like minor little tweaks like with the wheel and the spindle. And I was like, oh.
You know, it's okay. The blisters were like a rite of passage,
Yeah,
so it's okay. So, okay, next question. What is your dream back-to-back?
Ooh,
Or
that's
B2B?
a good question. I mean, probably like, I don't know. I'd probably say like, maybe it's like AC Slater because I'm such a huge Night Bass fan.
Yeah.
Like, and always have been. That's the first one that comes to mind. Obviously Chris Lorenzo is sick too, but now like I've been really like getting into all like the UK DJs. Like, well, actually I'm friends with Shosh. Like if we ever did a back-to-back, that'd be sick. Or like someone like Zero from the UK or MPH. Like that would be so killer. I'm actually gonna be doing direct support for him in Seattle in December.
Wow,
Oh,
congratulations.
I'm so excited. I was like, I'm gonna fly her with MPH.
No, that's insane. It's like when you get those moments, you're like, am I really doing this right now? Like, I'm doing this right now, you know? So who knows? You know, you're manifesting, okay? Power of the tongue right here, right now, okay?
Yeah.
So, okay, are you more so a night owl or you were early bird?
Definitely a night owl. I tried. I have like the best intentions of like getting up early and like, I'm going to go to bed early. And then, oh yeah, are we allowed to swear? I just wanted to ask before I came.
Yeah, you
I was like, let me make sure.
This is a safe space, okay? I know we're looking
We
all
listen and we don't judge.
Exactly. We're looking put together and everything, but like this is a safe space, I promise you.
I won't be too much of a sailor, but like I was like, oh, I feel one coming up. I better ask. But like, yeah, like I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna go to bed early, and then like the moon will come out and it'll be like, bitch, let's fucking party. Like, let's write some lyrics. Let's listen to some music. Let's do our thing. And I'm like, damn it. Yeah. And then like when things are rolling, like I don't stop, you know, like I'm just like, no way. When you've got some kind of creative inspiration, or even if it's just going through emails and socials and all that stuff, like if I'm in the mood, like I'm just going to stay on it, you know, until I get tired. So.
No, I feel that. I feel
relate.
like you're the same way too. Like, I don't know, like for me, I'm an early bird, but I feel like I have the best ideas at 3 a.m. So then it affects my sleep. And I'm just like, damn, why am I so tired? Because I can't help but wake up at like 8 in the morning just because like my clock is just.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I
even
wish.
when I try to sleep in and I'm just like, oh my God, I'm awake. Which is like a blessing. Okay, fine. But like, I want to get that rest. But like when those ideas are cooking, you can't stop. Like you have to just let it take you and see where it goes.
Yeah.
So I'm all about the 3 a.m. ideas. No judgment here. Okay, so what is a big or one of your biggest green flags and a biggest red flag behind the booth?
Oh, behind the booth, like almost like with the equipment or something,
Or just like at a gig in general. It's like when you pull up and you know it's going to be a good time, or you know, oh, this is about to be some shit. Like,
oh yeah, I mean, like a green flag is for me. I'm probably mostly focused on the crowd. You know, like if it's like a packed room, I'm like, not like let's fucking go. You know, and yeah. I guess if like, you know, I mean, these days I don't have surprises like showing up to gigs and I'm like, oh, they're playing like this kind of music, you know, like I feel like back when I was doing like all open format stuff and you just like be touring around playing random clubs and you just like never know, and you'd be basically like whatever the DJ before you was playing, and you'd be like watching the crowd how they react and then being like, okay, we'll probably go here, probably go there, you know. Whereas these days, like now I'm like back to my roots in the underground. It's like there shouldn't be any surprises when I show up to clubs. I'm like, all right, everyone's playing like my, you know, the Sweet Garage, UK Garage, 140, the house, like like whatever, like all the fun ravey stuff. So I'm like, all right, like I'll rock this crowd.
I envy you.
No, it is hard when you like, yeah, and it's almost easier when you're a DJ that's like super well established and like you just like rock up and just like do your thing, you know what I mean? But when you're like serving the crowd, and like I did that for like over a decade, like a long time, and it's like hard work, but like it's also very rewarding when you do get them, because you could walk into a club and like nobody even really like knows you, like and you're just like, okay, some chick, whatever, but then you like crush it and you're like,
that's like the best feeling, because like they don't know who you are, you know what I mean? So you're just like, let me show y'all real quick, let me put y'all on game who the hell I am, okay? My name is Nikolé, what's up, you know? I know T kills it at that, like people are just like, oh, this is hot girly, like who said that? She goes boom boom boom, does her transitions, gets on the mic, starts going crazy, and then like I'm in love. So I mean, that's how I started like rocking with her. Like I saw her spin one time and I was like, that's gonna be bestie right there.
Literally.
So if you had to choose, would you rather do an opening set or a closing set?
Probably closing, actually. Even though like you have to have pretty thick skin to close, because like guaranteed people are going to leave during your set. Like it's like, yeah, it's gonna happen. So you have to like not take that personally. Just people are fucking tired. You know what I mean? Like the headliner's done, whatever, and you're like closing. But what I love about it is that I don't have to worry about burning anyone. And my sets tend to be higher energy. Like I can play a lower energy, but I don't like to. It doesn't feel like me. I feel like I'm holding back. So like yeah, I'd much rather close, because you could just go balls to the wall and just be like, let's go crazy. Try to keep everyone there, buying more drinks.
That's honestly, I understand that. Like, and honestly, if people are leaving, like you said, it's not because they're not liking your set. It's just time to go home. They just can't be there anymore, like legally. So it's time to go. No, thank you for that. Okay, last question in the sound check round. If you're not DJing, what does your Friday night look like?
Probably bangs with us, and he's like, I know that bitch wearing pajamas, drinking her wine, just hanging out, looking all basic. And that is accurate.
Hi, Bang.
Like a Friday night in is definitely like a blessing. Like I'll just be like catching up on emails, like just looking scruffy.
No, it's the best, because I feel like, especially like being the girly DJs, like you gotta have your hair a certain way, you gotta do your makeup a certain way, like make sure the lip gloss is popping, you know what I'm saying? And then the days you can just be a potato and just do nothing. It's the best. Like, well, we don't get a lot of nights like that on weekends. And so when you do, it's like, oh my God, I'm chilling.
Yeah.
This is nice.
It's nice.
I don't know. What about you, T? What do you like to do on a nice Friday night?
I actually like to support friends' gigs.
Okay, we have a supportive queen.
Yeah. I'll think to myself, who haven't I seen in a while? Who needs some love? I got time. And it's like my way of giving love back to the community and paying it back for all the times people have came to support me at my gigs.
I feel that. I feel like that happens to me too sometimes. Like, I tell myself I'm gonna have a night in, and then I'm like, oh, you know what, homegirl's spinning. I come pull up on you when I don't have gigs, just because like we don't get to see each other all the time, even though I wish we did. But you know what I mean. Like, when I can support you, I like to support you. So yes,
That was a much cooler answer than mine, honestly.
no,
But for real though, I do show up to, like, if I have nights out, like if something will come across my radar, like now that there's like Party Full, you know, and you get the little invites and it's like, oh, it's a homie, okay, I'll go to that. I'm not playing.
I like Party Full because you can just mass send like what you're doing. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to that, right? And it's just all on your phone. So okay, cool.
Sponsor.
All right, manifest. Okay, so we're gonna move on to our next segment called The Drop. So this is basically all about you. Okay, so I know you started DJing in 2001. You were doing vinyl and everything in Vancouver in the underground scene, and now you are an international producer, which is amazing. So what inspired you to transition from doing like vinyl and then moving to where you are now?
I'd say like it was natural. It's funny, actually, I talked about this recently. I started writing lyrics when I was living in Vancouver and dating someone who lived in Seattle. So I was like in my car a lot, like doing like the back and forth.
Jeez.
Yeah, and just like listening to music. And I guess a lot of it was like, maybe some of it was instrumental because I just started like coming up with random lyrics. And they say like sometimes your creativity can really flow when you're bored. You know what I mean? Like things, you know, it's like when you're a kid and like you're left alone. Well, maybe not this generation, but like, you know, in the past, like, you know, you leave a kid alone and they're like, all right, they just start like playing with shit and like making up like little stories and whatever, you know. And so it was like really like natural like that, just like hours in the car driving, and just started kind of coming up with lyrics. So that was like in 2000, like 8 and 9, I guess. Yeah. And then I don't know. And then I just like, I've been DJing for years at that point. And it's funny because like, well, I think it was when these like Playboy Playmate DJs rolled through town in Vancouver. Wow. And I was so like, what is this? Like, I've been DJing at this point. I'd been DJing for like 7 years, I think. And then like was looking them up. At this time it was like MySpace, so I was like looking up their like tour schedule on MySpace, and I was like damn, they're getting all the gigs, but and like not to be a complete like dick, but I was like, I'm a better DJ, you know. And I felt it wasn't just like a I'm better than them, like some shitty thing. It was actually like almost like I swear it was like this conscious like fire that was being fueled, where I was like, wait, they're going to be the world's first impression of female DJs, and they're not that great yet. Like, they might be maybe like touring before they've really got it. And I felt like I don't want people to base female DJs on just like these women. God, I feel like I sound like such an asshole right now, but that was my truth. Like I was like, if like the world's gonna see female DJs for the first time, they were out there. We just weren't getting like the gigs in the limelight, right? But I was like, I just felt this like I don't know, responsibility to like get out there and be like, no. So yeah, so like I think that was a big turning point, because I was offered the opportunity to pose for Playboy and then kind of like basically work that branding to get gigs, and I did it, and it worked, and I have no regrets at all, because it was awesome. And then I was basically like touring with them and or like separately, but just like showing up to places that I'd never seen a female DJ like ever.
That's,
you know,
so fire.
and I was just like,
that's so cool.
Right.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And then here you come like, hey, I'm Rhiannon Roze, what's up? You know? Yeah. And you're like really good. So, you know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. What's DJing in Vancouver like? I know both of you guys have experience with that. Like,
it was good. I mean, like, yeah, I was definitely part of the underground scene there. Like, for that first, like, yes, like the whole time I was playing vinyl and everything. And then, yeah, like, I don't know, started getting like offers for more mainstream stuff, and I'd already fallen in love with the craft of DJing, so I wasn't gonna be like, no thanks, like I only play this, you know. I was like, all right, like, so I just expanded my music library, and when things went to like from vinyl, it went to CDs, and then it was like, just kidding, back to turntables with Serato, and then it was like, just kidding, back to CDJs with USBs. But like once everything was like MP3 and stuff, it was like much easier to like expand your music library, right?
Yeah.
And just
Okay, so considering, you know, you're a lyricist and you rap lyrics during your sets, did that come natural for you? Like, have you always just been like on the mic, like, what's up? I'm doing my thing. I'm hot. I'm sexy. You know?
I don't know. I don't think so. Like, well, I don't know. I think it was, again, like, shout out Bang. He's in the studio with us right now.
Hi, Bang.
But like, I think it was like when I got to LA finally in like 2010. Yeah. Or maybe even before that. Like when I was living in San Francisco for a minute, even though I wasn't supposed to be. And like visiting LA. I like at some point I shared Bang, like, you know, like my lyrics and stuff, and he's like, what are you gonna do with all this stuff? And I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, why don't you like record them? And I'm like, what? Like, no way. But yeah, I guess it was like Bang connected me with Dem Joints, and we got in the studio and we like recorded a bunch of stuff. And I think I probably, even maybe it was like the move to LA and like posing for Playboy and kind of like having to run with this sort of like persona. Like I think I did get like pretty confident and cocky, and like with the type of lyrics I was writing, you had to like run with it. You couldn't be shy about it, and I was just going for it at that point. It was just like, I don't know, it's like you're just a crazy bitch in your 20s, you know what I mean? Like you're just like,
I feel it.
Yeah, but I think I just like ran with it and like made it happen. I was determined to like, you know, make it work, and like was really passionate about the stuff that I was like rapping about, you know. It was all like kind of sex positive stuff, like a little bit like fuck you to the patriarchy kind of shit. And I was just like really fired up about like, I don't know, like all these things and female empowerment and just like, you know, kind of like shocking people. Like I found that fun to like, you know, it's like entertainment, but also like the shock factor kind of thing. Like my stuff's not so racy now, but I definitely like to challenge people, because like as an artist, if everyone's neutral about you, I feel like it's like, you know, you want the lovers and the haters, you know. As soon as my haters start dropping off, I'm like, I'm being too safe. Where are my haters at?
Yeah. Like what they say, if you ain't got no haters, you ain't poppin'. Wait, okay, if you don't mind sharing, what's like one of your wildest lyrics from like back in the day?
Oh my God.
You don't mind sharing?
I look straight at Bang. He's like, what you gonna say?
Safe space.
Let's see. I guess like probably all the girls do it. It's like, curious kitty, she's so pretty, don't resist, get nitty gritty, visit a country, visit Venus, don't need a passport, don't need a penis, girl on girl, lip on stick, pink on pink, finger dick, flat snowbird, head down south, bee formation, peach in the mouth, try it out, cheeky beaver, you'll get addicted, jungle fever, poison ivy, hot sauce spicy, put it on ice, make it feel so nicey, pink slip,
Okay.
take a trip down a rabbit hole with double lips, come on girls, let's get to it, eating puss ain't nothing to it.
As she should. As she should.
Okay. See, this is why we are here. We are spitting and spilling, okay? And you are spitting right now, so perfect guest for the show today. Wait,
I haven't done that rhyme in so long.
No, but
like,
you're natural though. I feel like it just naturally came out, because I, for one, have mic anxiety to this day. I have to be kind of litty to like get on the mic and say some shit. But when I'm talking, I'm like, okay, cool. This one over here just goes for it. Did you always like have that naturally too, or?
Maybe from my cheerleading days.
Oh,
Yeah, I was an all-star cheerleader, and I also did high school cheerleading, and we did have to do some cheers and chants.
Yeah.
They did give me the megaphone.
Hell
That was
yeah.
fun.
Okay. See, maybe I needed a megaphone when I was in cheer in high school, because we were all just using our, what they call your man voice, they used to call it.
Yeah.
Yell from your diaphragm, like, 3, 2, let's go, you know? But it's like when there's a mic in the crowd, I don't know, just like as like super close to you, you're just like, never mind. I don't know. It took me definitely like most of my DJ career so far to get used to being on the mic. And again, even to this day, I'm just like, I don't know. Yeah. So speaking of, you know, your journey and everything, what can your fans expect from you next in terms of like projects or shows?
I'd say Definitely a ton of releases. Like I did 4 solos this year and a ton of collabs. I think like it's been like 14 collabs.
Wow.
It's nuts. Yeah. Like I just was like so frustrated that I had so much music in me that like I hadn't brought out. And it's because I was just like all like in Ableton trying to become my own producer, which I did. You know, it was like cool, like producing my own stuff. I really love it. And it's time consuming. Whereas like when you collaborate with people, like it does, you know, it saves time. And I feel like that honestly is my strength, is like working with other people on music. And it's not just me like in my room, like just like tunnel vision, you know. But yeah, so like there's still a lot more releases to come. My management's been they're like, okay, no more collabs, like just focus on like, you know, your stuff. But like they keep sneaking in somehow. Like,
it's like, how can I pass this up?
Yeah. So this year, yeah, it's like a release every 2 weeks pretty much till the end of the year. And then I feel like next year we'll start to stack up too. So it's a lot. And, you know, obviously we got to create content to go along with the releases, so it's,
of course.
Yeah, but I do love it. My goal is to kind of like get ahead of the game, batch create content, and like kind of get ahead, because like, man, it doesn't feel good when you fall behind.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask you about that, since you've been in the industry before, like Instagram and everything popped off. Like, how has that been introducing like batching content into your, you know, your artistry and everything like that? Because I know a lot of people complain about it. Like, I'm a DJ, I'm a producer, I'm not a content creator. Like, so like, how do you feel about that?
Honestly, like if you're complaining and feeling shitty about it, like you're not gonna get anywhere. Like, I'm sorry, it's all about the attitude. Like,
you gotta play the game.
Yeah, and like, yeah, it's like I've been in this for over 2 decades. Okay, like started with. Yeah, like I played vinyl for 7-8 years. You know how much money I spent on vinyl? Oh my God.
I'm sure a lot.
Like, yeah. Like, and then it was like, vinyl's done. Like, it's just over. I had to start my music collection from scratch. Sheesh. And then burn it all onto CDs. And then when it was like, oh, okay, now it's Serato, it was like, oh, now I have to load everything in Serato and set up all the cue points and and like, you know, organize all the folders, all the things. And then it was like, just kidding, now record box, like, and then it was like MySpace, and I built that up, and then it was like Facebook, and built up this, you know, page, and then like Twitter, and then YouTube, and then Instagram, and now it's TikTok. And like, trust me, like I'm no saint. Like, I'm like, oh, do we have to be on TikTok? Like, you know, because I've just spent so many years like building up all this other stuff, and I'm like, why can't we all just stay on Instagram? You know, because that's like my strength. But like. But nah, like, I mean, if I had a bad attitude about that, or just wasn't willing to like just do it's like there's no it's just hard work. Like, you have to just be willing to do it. Like, it's okay to vent and be like, oh, this this is whack, but then you got to just roll up your sleeves and get to work. You know?
Yeah, no, 100%, because the algorithm is always changing, and you can either yell at the screen or do something about it. Just try what you can and see what sticks, I guess.
Yes. And anyone that's like, oh, you know, like I'm a producer, I make music. It's like, if you don't care if anyone hears your music or not, you don't have to worry about social media and content. Like, you know what I mean? If you just want to make music for yourself, like, people do that. Like, that's cool. Yeah. The second you say, I want people to hear my music, you got to get in the content game and the social media game. Like, that's it.
Oof. Well, thank you for that. So, okay, so everyone watching, get in the content game if you want to succeed. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next segment, and this is called Spill It. So this is basically spilling, it's a little bit of tea, you know, a little industry tea. It's fun. Remember, safe space. So, okay, what's a gig you'll never forget, good or bad?
Oh, I hate the one that came to mind. Well, okay. Well, actually, okay, because one is just gross. Like, it was just like there's food poisoning involved. It's just bad.
Wait,
what? This is like in Indonesia. It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare.
Not in Bali.
Oh. Yeah. No, but it was like I was being so cocky. Like, look how like receptive I am of your culture. Like, I'll eat anything, and I ate cow brains, and I've been deeply. Like, I was just showing off. I was being like the cocky little bitch I was when I was in my 20s, and I ate some crazy shit, including cow brains the day of my gig.
Did you know it was cow brains before you put it in your mouth?
Yeah, I was like basically like because they were eating it, and so I did, like part of it was the British Canadian that was like, don't be rude, like eat their food, you know.
You're like, Mama ain't raised no bitch. I'm gonna eat this.
Yeah, exactly, and then the gig was really rough. Like, it was basically like I was in the bathroom, like looking at the clock. I'm supposed to be on right now.
Oh.
And I was like, I like crawled, like more or less crawled to the booth, and I made it happen. Like I played, but I was like, whoo, and then I'd like crouch down and I'd be like, and then I'd be like, woo, that was the roughest gig of my entire life.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but like moving on to probably like a more positive one and most impactful, I'd say was opening for Tiesto in 2010 in Cancun.
Sheesh.
Yeah, and it was like the crowd, like you couldn't see the end of the crowd. It was like, I don't know, 10,000 people or something. It was the craziest thing. Okay, I get this. You know in cartoons, when the cartoon characters get nervous and their knees knock together, I didn't know that was real. That is
they go like
real.
Like that.
Yeah. So I was walking up the stage, like onto the stage up the stairs, and my knees knocked together, and I was like, that's a thing. Oh my! I was so nervous. Like it was so nerve wracking, but it was amazing. Like I rocked it, crushed it, and that was like, besides like the Playboy thing, that was like sort of a gig that put me on the map. And like people would still comment on my YouTube, like, I remember when you opened for Tiesto in 2010. I was like, damn.
Oh, wow.
Like I was like, wow, it meant a lot to me, and it was actually very hard to get there.
Yeah.
There was some weird sabotage in the field, and like it was very interesting. And I just
What do you mean by sabotage in the field?
Like there was this manager guy involved who found out that one of his past artists was going to be there, and I don't think he wanted me to be there, but I knew I was supposed to be there. I ended up buying my own flight, not even knowing like where I was supposed to be staying or anything. I basically just flew to Mexico and was like, tried to get in touch with some colleagues like DJ Diamond. And I had, this is also amongst, like, I had just broken up with, well, since we're spilling tea, I've broken up with my girlfriend in San Francisco, and I basically like took all my stuff, like my turntables and all my stuff, and was like in my friend's garage. This is all happening at the same time. Like this was like the night, like I was supposed to fly there the next morning. So I'm like packing up all my stuff, putting it in my friend's garage. I'm like booking flights, going to the airport. It was bonkers. Like the fact that I made that gig happen was like an absolute miracle.
I'm gonna just give you your round of applause right now.
It's a very hard time.
Girl, I feel like, you know, before something beautiful happens to your career, or just life in general, like something terrible is like happening in the process, and you're just like, well, can't go nowhere but up, right?
Yeah.
So,
and it's a trip because you're like, are you supposed to see like if there's like adversity like that or like things in the field, are you like, oh, this is a sign I shouldn't do it? If I had that attitude, and it never would have happened. Like I don't know how you make that choice. Like, oh, it's a sign I shouldn't do it, or if it's like this is happening no matter what, like the universe throws at me.
No, 100%. Kind of same thing happened to me, like not to be morbid or anything, but my dad passed last year, and then like a week later, I got an email, oh, hey, you've been selected to open up for Tinashe. I was like, but I'm grieving. I'm sad all the time. I can't get out of bed. But what do you mean? I'm supposed to be happy. So it's like you're going through all this stuff, you know what I mean? But it's like, but look at what happened. Like, look at what's coming out of it. So yeah, your mentality has to be A1. Like, you have to just push through so much sometimes. And these are the moments that no one talks about. The moments that no one sees, you know? It's like, oh, they're just hype and they're happy and they're successful. It's like, you don't know what I'm going through on a daily basis. Okay, I can't move. Okay? It's like, you know what I mean? Like, you're talking about your knees were locking. And everyone's just looking at you like, oh, she's killing it. And you're just like, help me. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, that's actually gonna go into like my next quick little questions about the tea. Like, so your biggest oh shit moment, but literally it was an oh shit moment. And if you ever had DJ beef. So have you ever had beef with anyone besides like that manager? Try to like sabotage you?
Well, that even like that was sort of like low key. Like he didn't know that I knew that. It was like, you know, I pretended not to know because I had to like maintain that relationship.
Yeah.
But like it was just, it's very interesting. But no, I don't think so. There was one time like I remember, I don't even remember what DJ it was, but I know that I showed up to a gig during that like era where there were female DJs, but we just weren't getting the gigs and stuff. And it was some male DJ that played before me, and when I got up to decks, I could see that he tried to sabotage my shit. Like he had fucked with all the equipment, turned like, you know, like I can't remember. I guess it was turntables, but it was, he'd like messed with all this stuff in the mixer. I was like, there's no way this bitch was DJing with all this stuff on. But because I knew my shit, like, you know what I mean? I just was like, tick, 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 tick. Boom, ready.
Oh,
like,
wow.
Bitch, you know, like
Don't play with me.
So that's like, it's like, dude tried to cause like problems and like beef. I don't even remember who it was. I was just like, whatever, I got a job to do. And
Damn.
you know, but I can't think of anyone that I've had beef with. Maybe there was someone in the past. I just don't remember. Like,
that's good
legit,
though.
I don't know.
I feel like that's good because if you don't have a history of just having problems with a ton of people, I think you're on the right track.
Yeah,
you know?
it sucks. Like people might have beef with me. I don't even know. Like, I'm just like, really, I don't know.
You're just doing your thing. You're in your own world. Doesn't matter. Succeeding. That's how it should be.
Yeah.
Okay, so next one. What is one misconception about you?
Oh, like that other people have maybe? Well, I remember like kind of like back in the day again, like I've had someone say like, or people say like, they're like, oh my God, you're so nice. And I'm like, what did you expect? Like, I don't, and they're like, oh, I don't know. I just saw like, because I guess like when you like, you know, you're posing and taking these like fierce like profile photos and press pics and stuff, and then like the people think you're gonna show up and be like all whatever about it, but I'm like no, like that's just like this is my job, like I'm an artist, like so maybe some people think I like I don't know. I don't know because I'm not them, but like maybe they think I'm not like just I don't know, cool and down to earth, but I am. Because, like, yeah, I get it. I'm on the mic and I'm all like, and then I'm like, hi, guys. You know, like, so
That's
I guess I get it.
Literally
like,
me.
Almost, it's like definitely like tea. All right. You have any questions?
Oh, I do have some questions. What's the craziest thing someone has asked you to do for exposure?
I guess the Playboy thing probably takes the cake. I mean, it was just an offer. Like I could have said no, you know what I mean? But it was just like an offer that I took. Cause basically it's like, it's, you know, taking your clothes off, posing in a magazine that will be like distributed to a bunch of people. And I really like struggled with it. Like I really like sat with it and was like, shit, like, you know, can I do this? And it felt so terrifying. But like, that was also part of the draw. Cause it was like, okay, if this is like scary, then there's got to be something like dope in it for me. And I was right. Like, I'm so glad I did that. But like, I think that's it. Like, otherwise it's kind of like for exposure, as in like, hey, like do this thing to try to almost like just almost like increase your, I don't know, to blow up or like that kind of thing. No one's ever really, cause like I've always, I don't know, other than like I've kind of just always been running my own shit, except for that one like crazy, like kind of sketchy ass manager I had for a minute. Like, so he probably would be like, you know, like do stuff like that. Like, I don't know. I mean, the Playboy thing, I took it. Other than that, yeah, he, you know, might be like, oh, like maybe wear less clothes or something like that. You know what I mean? It was kind of back in that era, but
What's the most toxic thing about sorry, I don't know what I wrote here about
problem.
the scene right now.
You want to say it again?
Sorry. What's the most toxic thing about the scene right now?
Most toxic thing about the scene? I don't know. It's so funny because the fact that I can't answer that immediately is actually, I think, is a good thing, because there's toxic shit. But I think it's just I'm so like just focused on my own shit, which I highly recommend to everyone. Like there's always going to be like, especially toxic stuff like that is going to be very like distracting or like tempting to kind of like get really involved with. But like, I don't know, that's my biggest probably piece of advice, is just to like focus on your own, like on your own thing, like what you're doing. Because and I honestly, like, what comes to mind is almost like what do I find toxic in myself with how the music industry is right now. And it's probably just all the pressure, honestly. And like, I can be a bit of a perfectionist, which is like not good this day and age, because there's so much that you have to do that like, if you are obsessed with every little detail and it being perfect and like judging yourself if it's not, you're gonna like drown in work, which I often do, honestly. So like, that's what comes to mind, is my own toxic traits with like myself and how I treat myself.
That is so healthy and so mature, and I wish more people thought like that.
So honest.
I will say what I've noticed, EDM and house, I find it's a lot more inviting, more welcoming, everyone enjoying themselves. People aren't judgmental. Like, I started my DJ career in the hip hop scene, and all I see is toxic shit. So it's nice experiencing both sides. Yeah. But I liked your answer.
I was gonna say I'm gonna counter that a little bit because EDM scene can get toxic as shit too, and I mean bad, especially like with some of like the collectives that have been doing their thing, and they'll take it to social media and they start including everyone in the group chat essentially. So
I know who you're talking about right now.
So we know everyone's drama, everyone, just everything, and it's just not great. Okay, like screenshots of like text messages and just things that we really shouldn't know, really personal details that have nothing to do with the music, nothing to do with the community. You know what I mean? So it's important that people, remember why we started this whole scene and just are in the scene anyway in the first place.
Yeah, and honestly, like we have to be careful about that because think about rock. You know how rock was like huge and it had its day, and then all of a sudden it was like, where did rock isn't kind of like the main thing right now, and it's like, what happened? And one of my mentors, his theory is that rock was huge because it was fun. It was just like, let's fucking go, and like just crazy, all this stuff. And he's like, and then because rock got so huge and it became, like a high grossing industry and whatever, people started taking it really seriously. And then somehow it became less fun. And I'm like, guys, the reason why EDM is blowing up is because it's fun. And we have to be careful not to like then start taking it so seriously and start sabotaging our own scene by like getting like the toxic stuff you're talking about. And it's like, I get it if there's two like warehouse parties or groups that are like and they consider each other competition, but it's like, guys, careful with that. You know what I mean?
like we're all out here just trying to have fun and play beat boop music. I don't know. Like we don't have to be like this.
Yeah.
Like
my last question.
Yeah.
What's the craziest after party or gig story that you're allowed to tell?
You're allowed to tell.
Aside from the ones you've already told.
Craziest. Let me think. Man, I'm like, man, don't be vanilla. You gotta have some crazy stories. But I don't know. I think I get crazy in my art, but I'm pretty fucking basic in my life because like I don't know, I've never, even when the most drunk I've ever got was in Mexico. I'd say at a gig. It was like also kind of after, but but even then, especially because it was tequila and I are homies. We're like, okay, got
same.
You. So I even then I was able to fully function, talk to everyone, we went to get food, the whole thing. So it was like nothing crazy happened, but I was uncomfortable being that wasted at a gig though. But in Mexico, it's like turning down a drink is it's like slapping someone's firstborn or something.
Yeah.
I swear, and the thing is it'll be the promoter wants to take a shot with you, and you're like, oh, okay, well obviously the promoter is like, salud, and but then they're like, oh, the owner's here and he wants to take a shot, and I was like, oh well, okay, of course it's the owner, and it'll be like, oh, so I'm like, okay guys, I do actually have a job.
I'm 100 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah, and it's how many special people are there up in this venue right now? Because
can we just collect them all together and do one group shot?
Right? Yes. See, I needed you there.
It's they're just pulling random people at that point, hey, you come here. Okay, so this is the bartender. Okay, yeah. Okay, and this is the bartender's cousin. Yeah. So they're just making you drink as crazy as you can. Did you eat that day?
I don't remember. Sometimes I don't.
Who eats in Mexico?
I mean, depending on what part of Mexico you go to, I know I'm eating. So I love eating in Mexico. Oh my God.
Yes, I love the food.
Jesus. I eat in Mexico. So, okay, cool. So we're going to move on to the next segment. It's called Current Spin. And basically just try to feel or see what everyone's listening to right now. What's everyone bumping? Could be a track, album, whatever. What does everyone have on repeat?
Ooh. Man. I mean, I don't know about everyone. I'm kind of I know, I'm I will basically just stalk the Beatport top 100 for UK garage and bassline right now. That's kind of on my jam because and that's it's having its moment. And okay, so I grew up in Canada, but I spent most summers in the UK because that's where all my family was. So I'm the only one who's born outside of the UK. Oh. And I have a UK passport and everything. So that influence is really heavy in my life, especially because as a kid in summer, you associate summers with like the best time because you're like, oh, I'm not in school, whatever.
Yeah.
So like I'd hear a lot of music. It was like European dance music and like like two-step and like the garage and all that stuff. So I loved all that stuff, and like definitely those influences were in my music when I played vinyl and everything. And then went on this big adventure, and now I'm like back in the underground, and now like garage is having its moment, and I'm like, yes. So like, yeah, that's what I have on repeat. It's like kind of all like the UK sounds, and obviously MPH is having like a huge moment. Everything he comes out with, fire as fuck.
I love it. What about you, T? Do you have anything on repeat or?
Ooh. Anything on repeat right now? Honestly, I've been recently just on a discovering new music bender, seeing what I like, what hits, what I can see myself playing, and separating from things I like to listen to versus what I'd play at a gig. Nothing on repeat right now.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have a specific like album or song, but I have a playlist on repeat right now. So I made a playlist on my Spotify called Poet Work because I started learning kind of learning and getting back into pole aerobics. So there's a stripper pole in my living room right now. Fun. And I've been listening to it on repeat, just get in that vibe and that mode, and I'm getting better at it, and it's been a lot of fun. I'm feeling more confident, and I feel like it's starting to translate in my gigs too, because I used to just show up nervous all the time because I just don't know what to expect because, things are just out of your control. But I feel like now, ever since I just started getting into like pole aerobics, I'm showing up different. I'm presenting myself a lot different, and I like it. I like it here. So speaking of music, real quick, for all my DJs and producers who don't know where to get your music and you're just stuck, ripping things off YouTube, go ahead and do us all a solid and head to bpmsupreme.com. Use code JNikolé25. That's JNIKOLE 25 for 25% off 3 months of your subscription. Thank me later.
Good deal.
All right. So we are going to move on to something a little fun real quick. And I don't know how familiar you are with Threads from Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So on Threads, sometimes DJs, they get really opinionated and they say a lot of things. So we're doing a fun little news segment where we pick, a couple little threads and we get everyone's perspective on it.
Cool.
So T, you want to go ahead and do the honors?
Oh, yes. Thoughts on taking gigs for exposure. I spoke to a close friend of mine who's a seasoned DJ, and he's playing a gig next month literally for the exposure. No money, but a chance to connect with some key players in the industry. DJs, are you taking those gigs or only the ones that pay you?
I am taking the gigs, girls. I'm sorry, but like it's 2025. I had my era where I was like, I don't leave the house for less than $1,000. You know what I mean? Like I had that, but it's like things have changed. You have to roll with it. No, and it sucks because everyone's like, and people will like blame each other. They'll be like, oh, but if you do it for nothing, then the next person like won't get it either. And it's like, I think we're just like, we've gone so far past that. Yeah. Like I think like the gig with MPH, like they're gonna pay something which is really nice of them because people would have paid them to take my spot. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up. Shout out Sub 49 Records and my homies in Seattle because like I was like anyone would have taken that and they just like 100% paid their own way. So no, I mean, and for better or for worse, it's the same thing with like complaining about content. It's like this is kind of how it is now. Yeah. So do you want to be the person or do you want to be the person sitting at home hating on that person? Like I'd rather be the person doing the gig and like meeting the people and. Yeah, it's maybe it's unfortunate, but it's very prevalent now.
Yeah, I love how authentic and genuine you are, and like all ego left at the door.
No, it's beautiful. I feel like you don't hear stuff like this often because sometimes people show up and they're like, "Well, no, I'm not taking that gig if it's it's not my rate, then it's not worth my time. I'm not making an EPK because they're only paying this much." I'm like, do y'all hear yourselves? Do you want to win? Do you want to succeed? Ask yourself that question, okay? Not saying every gig you do has to be free. That's not what any of us are saying here. It's just, you just gotta pick and choose and just move smart,
Yeah.
Just move smart, okay? Like, I get it. We all have to pay our bills and things of that nature. But if someone's saying, hey, you're gonna open for Cascade, but it's a winning slot, we're not gonna pay you, will you do it? What you gonna say, no?
Yeah, Exactly.
Who's gonna say no? Truly, I want to know. All those people complaining, who is going to say no?
I remember opening for Steve Aoki, but it was a free gig.
Yeah.
But I was so stoked I got to open for
Right.
Steve Aoki.
Opening for Tinashe, free gig.
Yeah.
But I was just so happy to be there, and it literally changed the entire trajectory of everything that I'm doing today.
There you go. You got to
So,
leverage it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, just saying, don't complain. Okay, so you have another one, right?
Oh, yeah. The next DJ thread. Half the DJs complaining about not getting booked don't even bring 10 people to their sets. This scene runs on effort, not entitlement.
Damn. Mic drop.
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, 100%. Like, it's funny. One of my mentors at Cosmic Academy, like their whole thing is like, how can you provide value? It's 100% about attitude. It's 100% attitude and perspective. And like, if you want to like build this and like meet the right people and be doing the thing and like build, like in order to not do it alone, you got to show up and be like, what value can I provide? Like that has to be the attitude, you know? It's not, it's like, cause literally that is the opposite attitude. It's like, why aren't I getting gigs? Like the industry owes me something. I'm like, bitch, I've been doing this for over 2 decades.
Yeah.
My calendar is fucking crickets right now. Let me tell you, I've got MPH in Seattle in December. I have nothing else in my calendar right now. And am I all like, I've been doing this for 20 years. Like I should be getting all like, no.
Yeah, no.
I'm like very aware that like my attitude is like, it's like beginner's mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that helps me because I'm like, I do genuinely feel like I'm just getting started. I'm like, I have so much more music to make. Like I've like more.
You're student of life.
Yeah.
And you love to learn.
Yeah.
Live to learn.
I was gonna say that's an interesting like take on it because I do see a lot of people like come with the notion, well, I'm not a promoter. That's your job. You know, how am I expected to bring this many people? Like, I'm just here to DJ. You know what I mean? So it's very interesting hearing your perspective on that. But yeah, no, you're saying good luck. I mean, you've been in the industry, you see what it takes. So it's like, how can you provide value other than just the music? Because it's not just about the music anymore. And that has been proven time and time and time again. So just gotta move smart, y'all. All right, so just to wrap things up a little bit, we're gonna close it out with our last segment called Afterparty.
Cool.
And that's basically, you know, wrapping things up and just giving, you know, something for our audience to take away, you know? So with that being said, if you could tell your younger self one thing, what would it be?
Ooh. Bitch, you bad.
I love it.
So like honestly, confidence has always been like a thing. Like I don't know.
Story of my life.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like I have the capacity to have so much confidence, and like when I'm doing my thing, I have so much of it. I think honestly, it was like COVID that kind of took me out. That was hard, man. Like that was just like, oh yeah, none of this exists anymore. Like all that stuff you want to do doesn't even exist.
Damn.
And I had to pivot. And you know, like financially, I was like, shit, okay, I got to do all these other things. But like, then it triggers that kind of inner like capacity to have self doubt, you know, and not be sure of yourself or who you are, what you're doing. So like, yeah, I'd like probably like if I could tell my younger self anything, I'm like, trust me, like you're gonna do awesome things. Like, don't ever lose confidence. Like, yeah.
I don't know. I honestly I agree with that because like the confidence like going like a roller coaster like a yo-yo. It's like some days you'll be like, oh, I'm the baddest bitch in the land. Look at me go. Like today I feel good. I feel like my makeup came out right. I put that shit on. You know what I'm saying? But then there's days where I'm just like, oh God, I'm bloated. Oh my God, I'm not getting my workouts. But like, oh, I ate too much. Like I don't know. I just get in my head a lot.
Same.
So it's just all mental at the end of the day. We're not always gonna have great days, but as long as we just keep that consistent energy, like I'm maybe feeling like this right now, but I'm not gonna feel like this 5 hours from now.
Yeah. This too shall pass, right?
This too shall pass.
Yes, because happiness is something you gotta fight for. I've been learning that a lot this year. So, okay, what is one of the best pieces of advice that someone has given you in the music industry?
Ooh, I mean, I feel like there's a lot. Well, like Bang always gave me good advice back in the day. Shout out Bang.
Shout out Bang.
And and I guess like recently, like because I went through the Cosmic Academy program, and like I felt like I learned so much. But I actually would probably just reiterate that point that like showing up with the attitude of like what can I do for you? What can I do for this artist, what can I do for this community? What can I do for this venue? Like how can I provide value like to others is probably like, yeah, the best advice I was giving. Cause it's
Being in service.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. That's like, you're going to uplift yourself by uplifting others, you know, and not in a way like, all right, I got to help people cause I got to fucking, you know, like, you know,
it just comes naturally.
Yeah. And it's fun. It's like, that's the kind of thing that builds self-esteem in the first place. If you're suffering from confidence, go volunteer, like go get involved with like something, like just be of service. Cause like that's going to make you feel better. And then you're going to be more confident. And then that's going to help your artist project, you know?
Yeah. It actually goes into my next thing. I was going to say, is there anything that's like inspiring you or motivating you, not music related right now, that just makes you go like, you know what? I like this. But like you said, like being in service, I feel like that goes hand in hand. You know what I mean? Like just knowing that you can change someone's perspective or change someone's life, or even the things you said today will definitely change someone's perspective. Guaranteed.
Hope so.
For sure. No, I honestly, I think it will. I mean, it's changed mine for sure. Because I used to have that notion of, you know, I'm not a promoter. Like I can't bring 20 people, but I'm a good DJ. You know what I mean? But I had to start like just thinking of it from a business perspective too, especially since I started throwing like my own parties and things like that. Like I get it. Like makes sense. I get it. Want to make sure you have pool. I know it's not the only thing that matters, but it's a piece of that puzzle that matters. So yeah, just saying.
Yeah, and like outside of music, I'd say, like I teach a breathwork class once a month. I started it. It's a weekly class, but I commute down to Encinitas to do it. But it's also online, so like you can do it on Zoom, or they'll just send you the recording. But like, so that's technically like outside of music, and that's something that like really like fulfills me. Because again, yeah, it's being in service, and I really love the work. Like it's part of my own like personal like practice of just like whatever, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, like health, hygiene, you know? And so it feels good to like be like, I know how much this helps me, so it feels good to like offer that to others, you know what I mean, and facilitate. So yeah, I'd say that's the most impactful thing that I'm involved with, like outside of music.
Okay. Yeah. Did you want to plug that real quick? Like where can we find the breathwork classes, or online?
I mean, really just like, I'd say like hit me up, because then I can send you, just hit me up anywhere and I can send you the info. I do send out like a monthly newsletter to let you know like the date I'm teaching. Okay. So beginning of the month, I'll be like, all right, this month I'm teaching on this date, and with all like the sign up info. The studio that I'm doing it at the moment is Soul of Yoga. That's the name of the studio. But yeah, if you hit me up, I can send you the info, and yeah, like highly recommend trying it out. And it's not, if you've done other breath work and you're like, yeah, that's not for me, come to my class, because I've had so many people be like, yeah, I've tried that, it's not for me. And I'm like, tell me about it. And they're like, tell me like these fucking horror stories about like, I was like, yeah, there's a lot of like underqualified breathwork facilitators out there, and I'm like, please come to my class and give it a second shot.
I didn't even know that was a thing. So, or what, are people in class like just like like they can't breathe? Like what is happening?
There's just like because it became like a thing, like so there's money, and it's like people like, oh, like I'll give you a certificate, you know, and it's like they're not being like trained thoroughly enough, and I'm proud to say that I've like I've been studying it for the last decade, like since 2015, and like my teacher is badass, and I feel really lucky to have like just found him right off the bat, and like it was a really comprehensive course and training, and so I feel really like I feel really confident about the knowledge I have about it, and being able to like do it safely for people so they don't get injured, basically.
Well, I love that. Okay. Well, with that being said, Miss Rhiannon Roze, I would like to thank you so much for coming on our podcast and gracing us with your presence. It's been such an inspiring journey talking to you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this has been, like, I've gotten a lot of gems. Yay. You know, I feel like Lady T has too. Our viewers have. Like, there was a lot to take away from this. And your energy is just so... It's so...
You're a breath of fresh air.
Literally. Like, you and all... I don't know. I just feel like I have so many more questions, but we'll be sitting here for like 3 hours. But with that being said, go ahead and let everyone know where to find you. You know, anything you have coming up, just, you know, social media, all the things. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. As long as you can spell my name, you can find me. And I'm sure it's like, you know, up or somewhere around the video. So, yeah, I'm mostly active on Instagram, but I do have like TikTok as well. And, you know, all the things, YouTube and everything. I frequent an after hours called Thick Freakness. So like I basically I'm a workaholic. I'm working all the time, but once a month I will go out to Thick Freakness Records after hours. So that is like ThickFreakness. So you will find me there. And I'm like, I hang. Like there's no like rope or like nothing separates you from the booth and like the crowd, which is so cool about this space. This space is at after midnight. So like once a month I go out and I like socialize, see all the homies. So like definitely roll through to that. And then like obviously once in a while I'll actually DJ at it. So like stay in touch with me for that. But that's, just other than that, just a lot of like music coming out that I'm excited to share with you.
Yay. But thank you so much, T. Do you have anything you want to add?
You're just so lovely.
Oh, thank you. Sorry.
Literally a breath of fresh air. Like literally.
Please let us know when you DJ. I know we both have busy schedules, but if I'm free, I would love to come. So keep sending the invites.
Okay.
Yes, please. It was fun seeing you spin last night too. That was cool.
Yay.
That was real cool. But all right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Spin and Spill podcast. I'm your host, Jay Nikolé.
I'm your co-host, Lady T.
And thank you so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and ding that notification bell down below so you can get notified whenever we post new videos. Take care.